How we doing, friends? Welcome back to Male Nurse Mentor. This is a video I've been wanting to do for some time now. I always say it, I want to know what other people are saying. Is nursing worth it in 2024? And maybe we'll do another one next year. But here we are, almost at the very end of 2024. I want to hear and see what people were saying maybe at the beginning of the year. So I'm gonna give you my honest take. We're doing Reddit Reacts. I've done a video like this before in the past. It's been a while, it's been a minute. If it's your first time seeing it, I'm gonna put my reaction video as I scroll through these, and I'll show you what I'm reading on the screen. But friends, the main purpose to this video, the side that I come from in this nursing field, is I think it's a really solid career. I think there's a lot of career development. You can make some good money, and you can have a really solid work-life balance. For me, I also look at it this way. Your career is your responsibility. If you're unhappy, whether it's a nurse or a teacher or a lawyer or a doctor, it's your responsibility. One career, the way it looks for you, may not look for someone else. Someone else may actually love it, but what is the difference? For me, I actually work from this desk, work from home now as a nurse consultant. I used to work in the county jail, work in the prison. I used to feel like I was a prisoner myself, actually working behind the walls. And in there, I still felt fine because I intentionally chose to want to work in corrections. Now I work from home. I'm even happier than when I was working in corrections. My point is, set the intention, be intentional with your career, and at the end of the day, it's gonna be worth it. If your plan is just to get into nursing, not set any intention, not set a plan in place to kind of advance and move about in your career, just settle, that's the outcome you're gonna get. It's most likely an outcome to your career that you don't like. That's just my viewpoint. Let's get started with today's video. All right, friends. So here we are now, as you can see on the screen. I just typed in, is nursing worth it? Reddit 2024. I don't know how familiar you guys are with Reddit. Reddit, you know, if you have a question, if you want to see the consensus overall opinion, feeling, thought of something, you go to Reddit. People are blunt, they're honest. I love Reddit. So this very first post, is nursing worth it in 2024? This was 9 months ago. So let's see. So I've heard some say you're only getting paid in popsicle sticks and gum, all the while constantly being tortured by staff and patients. Others say it's essentially a dream job where you're easily clearing 100K a year and have a ton of opportunities. I'm not saying either are entirely true, but I just want to be able to live comfortably in a nice metro area and help people. I don't necessarily expect to live a lifestyle akin to an award-winning actor, but what's the point of working so hard just to get paid nothing? Right off the bat, I'm gonna tell you, it just depends what state you work in. I have always, pretty much since the beginning of my career as a new grad, crossed 100K. Maybe my first year I didn't do it, and to be fair, I only worked about 8 months in that first year, right? I started like in March. But after that, I was clearing 100K. Especially with overtime, it's really easy. Right now, just to be transparent, I make $110,000 a year working from this desk right here. Just to go against that one thought real quick. I'm only a student, but have been reading through the sub while in school. The big things I've gathered are try to join a unionized hospital. It's pretty fair. Try to be a nurse on the West Coast. Of course, like I said, the state that you work in does matter. Avoid Florida. The only way to get good raises is to job hop. 100%, 100%. Like, even if you weren't a nurse, if you were in any other type of profession, especially in sales or business or something, the job raises are gonna be by job hopping. My partner, she's a recruiter, she's always told me the same thing. As soon as it's safe and you're able to travel, let's see. It's worth it to me, but you need to realize that compensation and in effect working conditions depend heavily where you live. Totally happy with my salary against cost of living, but I did manual labor for my pay for 20 years before I got here. It's a living, it's a fair living. Work sucks, doesn't matter what you do, 100%. Work sucks, it's this capitalistic machine. Work is gonna suck no matter what you do, where you are. That is just this capitalistic machine. That's why the goal is to not work forever. It's to get in, do your job, work, and then get out and retire. Retire as early as you can. Stop being a cog in this machine. Let's see what else we can find. I'd absolutely do it all over again. There's far worse jobs out there. I agree with that. I'm a nurse in California. My advice, do some shadowing to see what it's really like before you go to school. It's a tough job and it's not for everyone. It's way better of a job on the West Coast, especially California. I agree with that. Compare your options. It's great money in California, but worth noting that it's usually not possible to work from home like many other jobs in a similar income bracket. I did nursing as a second career, and if I were to do it again post-pandemic, I'd choose something else with more work from home options, and I like nursing. I agreed with all that until the very end. I work from home, literally this desk right over here. I never worked in a hospital. I'm telling you, If you set intention in your career, you could easily work from this desk over here. You just gotta do everything and move with intention. That is the key. That's the thing too. A lot of people don't think it's possible. Well, I'm gonna show you guys that it is. This next person put, it depends on where you work. Someone put FES. I went from barely making 22K before nursing school to making 75K in the first year of working as a nurse. Next year with travel nursing, making 6 figures. That's true. I mean, if you really want to make money, California is a good state. New York's another, but overall, if you travel nurse, contract to contract, you pick and choose which ones you want, and you're gonna make good money. You know, I've seen contracts go for, you know, for a lot of money per week. So if you wanna make money, you travel nurse. And oftentimes if you're a new grad, you might have to start somewhere, get your toe in, get some experience for about 6 months to a year, and then you could probably more easily get into a travel agency and start to travel and actually make more money and kind of just go about your life maybe in a way that you've been wanting to. Someone wrote, if you're doing it for the money, it's absolutely not worth it. If you think you're genuinely enjoying the day-to-day, then go for it. Don't get me wrong, no one takes a job just for the pleasure of it, but even as an NP, which is a nurse practitioner, the challenges you face are too intense to be in it solely for the money. In my opinion, nursing is much more than just helping people. More nurses do help people, but many aspiring nursing students may not fully grasp what that really involves. I did it for the money and I got the money. It's enough money and it's not West Coast or city money. NP isn't worth it, not interested. Interesting, someone was combating that person in their own post. Someone put, depends where you live, some places a resounding no, others, F yeah. No. Overall, that was a pretty good thread, I would say. I'm surprised. I thought I would be seeing more people go against nursing in 2024. I've always been one to go with nursing. I always see these videos though of people kind of making a mockery of nursing and just saying how they're gonna quit and all this and that. That's not how I feel. I don't feel that way. And that's what I try to really give you guys a picture of. I don't try to paint it in the best way possible. I'm just telling you, if you want a good living, right? Career advancement opportunities, maybe be able to work from home, right? Good work-life balance. Nursing is a solid shovel, solid career. That's all I'm trying to say. Let's check this next one. Is nursing even worth it? This was about 11 months ago. So let's just kind of go down the thread here. Just do nursing and don't work in a hospital. Plenty of ways to make money without the hospital life. Just gotta look for them. Boom, exactly how I feel. Because the hospital isn't for everybody. That's the one thing that I noticed early on in my nursing journey as a student. All these professors, colleagues, everybody was saying hospital, hospital, and it just didn't connect to me. So I took the risk and I went into corrections instead, and it paid off. It didn't change my trajectory. I still got all the experience that I needed to get a job where I can work from home or advance my own career. So when people say nursing as a career only looks one way, and you have to start in a hospital, have to start a med surg, I fully disagree. I'm gonna be one of those people that will tell you that. You know, I'll be honest with you guys. Just because I know what it felt like when people were telling me that. Is it worth it to me? With overtime and shift differential, my gross will be over 100K in 2023. It is hard work some days, but nowhere near what construction is. Yeah, I agree. My dad worked in the orchards in the fields. I've always seen like those type of jobs or blue collar jobs. Not to say nursing isn't hard. It can be really physically demanding as well on your body, but it beats being out in the sun, callousing your hands, and doing other forms of physical, really strenuous labor. That's all I gotta say. Someone here wrote, nursing is worth it. It's rather sad and annoying that social media is flooding with negative aspects of the nursing field. Yes, there are reasons why the field can be tough and disheartening. However, the grass isn't always greener on the other side in different professions. I switched careers from nursing to data, but there are moments in my nursing career that I will never encounter in my new field. You can build a unique connection with patients and have some wonderful conversations. You know, nursing, medical field is a beautiful field, however, it isn't for everyone. Honestly, that summarizes how I feel about it, so I'm glad. A lot of these are actually pretty good for the most part. People here complain a lot, sometimes justified, sometimes not so much, but overall, if you like working with people, troubleshooting and staying busy, then it can be lucrative and rewarding. You can get a job anywhere in the USA. You aren't restricted just to a few big cities. It's definitely not for everyone, but a lot of people have very comfortable lives as a nurse. You don't see a lot of posts on people who are satisfied with their job because that never really comes off the way it's intended to on social media. It can come off as gloating or putting down other people's bad experiences, but a post about how awful someone's job is will be met with a lot of people in the same place and advice will be offered. It can be kind of toxic. And I'm gonna wrap it up with that one, friends. You know, that is the thing. Nursing doesn't have to be your cup of tea. It's a livelihood, it's a form of living, it's a trade. It's a means to survive in this life. And as long as you just like helping people, you're professional, you're gonna do well in this career. Some people say you have to go into it very passionate, like you love it, and it's, you know, everything about life. I disagree. It can start that way. I've even seen people start that way, but over time, a job will always be a job. You can start your shift that way, but again, you're gonna be reminded that your job is just a job. There's gonna be parts that are quite bad about it that you're not gonna enjoy, and there's gonna be those moments that you really hold and cling on to that you look back and say at the end of the day, at the end of a career, man, that was worth it. But you could find that in anything, even customer service, working in a restaurant. So my point is, don't let that negative opinion of nursing take you out of it, especially if you're trying to lean into it. Take it from someone like me, from the people that speak positively about it. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. I'm not here to tell you that, but I'm just here to tell you that from my experience, you don't have to work in a hospital, and you could eventually even work from a desk from here, from home, and make good money, have good work-life balance, good career advancement. That's all I'm here to tell you. But friends, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe. If you really enjoyed this video, let me know, leave a comment down below. Maybe I can make another one. We could do another part 2 of just this thread. There's so much. I only hit 2 of them, and I enjoy this, friends. I really enjoy this topic specifically because this is the one that I feel like I'm always pushing up against all the time. I'll tell you straight up if one day I realize it's not worth it. I'll tell you straight up. But as long as it is, I'm gonna be here to tell you that it is, especially if it is for me. See you guys on the next one.